locked in.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Food War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Light and a ZeLoT here on Radeon. Top right, it is a ZeLoT. Bottom left, it is a Light. Man, it's fun to cast ZeLoT. He's an aggressive, weird Zerg player that makes Guardians against Flash sometimes. And that's all you need to know about him, dude. He does weird stuff. A ZeLoT versus Bisu game that I posted, I don't know, earlier this year, maybe last year, featured ZeLoT going to Hive Tech, but only for Adrenal. Only for Adrenal. No Defilers, no +3, just Adrenal for his Lings. It was a weird decision, and that's why I like casting this guy. So here we go, in a TVZ, here on Radeon. Good replay from RJB. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope it's a good one for you all. Hit that like button if you're excited to see what ZeLoT is going to do here today, because he named himself ZeLoT and he plays Zerg, and that is a weird thing about him. And if you don't know anything else about ZeLoT, that should give you a cue and a clue into what ZeLoT is like. So, Overlord, flying in space. He is protected from the vacuum of space somehow with his biology. And holy smokes, is it going to be a hatch first here from ZeLoT? It is. It's going to be a hatch first, man. He is so aggressive. But if everybody knows you're aggressive and goes pool first, they can counter it every single time, right? So sometimes switch it up and go hatch first. And if the other player decides to preemptively prepare for it, then it hurts their economy. And hey, look, it's an early, super early gas here from Light. What are we doing, man? This is awesome. So it's going to be hatch first from the Zerg into pool into gas. He doesn't know what's going on for our guy Light. He knows it's Light because this Kim Subahu name has been around forever and ever for Light as a smurf of his. So it's not a proxy, but what it is a fast vulture. This is going to be a crazy fast vulture. I mean, at this point, at some point, you're just so blind to what the Terran player is doing. You know you're not getting bunker rushed. So you're like, well, what's the other thing that could kill me fast is maybe like a really fast vulture could be problematic. So we might see just kind of a default blind Sunken getting tossed down here at some point because he has no idea. He doesn't know what Light's up to. It's a cross spawn. I mean, unless he scouts this with the drone, which he really needs to do. He's going to run into a vulture, I think, before he scouts what's going on, possibly? Yeah, Overlord comes back home. This Overlord says, no Terran down here. Cool. So based on the SAV, where it came from, it was left. It was down this bottom left side or down that bottom right side, and it's going to be bottom left. So good reading here by ZeLoT. Lair coming in with the first 100 gas. Second 100 gas for speed. SCV comes and gets body blocked on that egg, which is hilarious. And no, drone gets down here before the vulture can pop, but will get in time to see. Oh, no. Did you get deep enough to see what it is? We're going to rewind this because I need to see what he saw. Dude, what the heck? You can't... We've seen this before. We've seen this before where players scout out where an enemy is or where they think an enemy should be. And they don't see anything because they didn't go deep enough. And then they don't think the enemy is there and they're wrong and it totally kills them. So let's go down. Let's get rid of Light's vision. Let's see what this drone sees. Tell me he sees some Terran. Tell me he does. Just do it. Just be like, hey, you see some Terran. No! Is he going to scout top left? He is. He's going to scout top left because there's nothing at the top of the ramp and there's nothing down here. Clearly there's no Terran here. Light just builds everything close to home and he's getting away with this. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a vulture, but also 2-port Wraith. And look at that. Yeah, blind creep colony. He has no idea where this guy is. He's just coming home. What? What? What did he... Yeah, he's scouting now with the Ling because he's like, hey, maybe we should... Hey, there's no Terran up here. What gives? Oh my gosh, he is so blind. I appreciate the Sunken. That's going to keep him alive against vulture shenanigans. But dude, either this is 2-port Wraith, or this is going to be getting vultures inside a base with a dropship. The starport's not doing... There you go. It's got to be a Wraith. It's not a control tower. It has to be a Wraith. Dude, I love this. Light says, we're going to bring some of your own medicine at you, Zealot. We're going to go for some aggressive shenaniganry here. Get some Wraiths at ya. Get some Speed Vultures at ya. You don't know what's going on. Look at this. He's like, well, I guess we can scout. We can expand up here. Oh, gets a hit. There you go. Gets a hit on the SCV. Got to run for it. Again, Steve the SCV merch at falconpaladin.store. Check it out. There should be stuff below the video that is merch. Very cool. So yeah, third base here, intriguingly, for the Zerg Zealot. And yeah, he's the one who's playing this normal. He's just going 3-hatch Spire or 2-hatch Muta against somebody who's got a Wraith out at 4 minutes. Control tower there. Yeah, this has to be drops. So it's a Wraith to clear out Overlords so that the dropship can get in there without being scouted. That's what this is. Does he see this? Oh my gosh, he just missed this Overlord. That's insane for this Wraith pilot. I don't know if the Overlord saw it either, but if he did, he's like, oh, how am I not dead? How am I not dead right now? Yeah, Speed Vultures, dropship on the way. Yep, Engineering Bay for turrets, because he knows it's that. And hey, what do you have to deal with a Wraith attacking your Overlords right now? This is like a PvZ with Corsair killing an Overlord, except a lot faster. Well, I've got 7 Mutas on the way. That should be good enough, right? But man, Vultures get up behind the mineral line, and drones got to get pulled from the natural base entirely. The Mutas have to decide, do we want to kill the Vulture, or do we want to kill the Wraith? And the answer is the Vultures, I guess. They're faster, they're easier to kill. We can chase down the Wraith. We are pretty quick. It's not Cloak for these, this guy either. Hydralisk Den on the way. Hydra pretty great against Wraiths and against Vultures, it turns out. If your guy doesn't make any tanks, which, you know, Factory can do that, especially if it has the Machine Shot. So more Wraiths are on the way. It is Cloak. Okay, so we just fired Cloak up here at 6 minutes. So it is going to be a 1-base Cloak Wraith with Factory play here from our dude, Light. What a weird opening this is. So I opened this expecting weirdness. I did not expect it to be Light weirdness. Light is the most standard Terran player in the history of the game. Like, he beats you by out-executing you. He beats you by doing what he's supposed to do, what you think he's going to do, and that is doing it so well that you lose, which is insanely demoralizing. Like, it's a demoralizing way to lose a game, is by, you know what the player's going to do and they beat you anyway, in RTS anyway. So yeah, Vultures get back behind the mineral line, they kill some more drones. My gosh, it's under 20 workers right now for the Zerg. Absolutely unhinged plays. Oh, drone gets a Vulture kill. That should never happen. Or I don't know what else he was doing other than, you know, bunkering up his front, turreting up his main, and his natural. He is worried, but Cloaked Wraiths are pretty good against Mutas, especially if they don't have any Overlords, and you can't really have Overlords. He thinks he can kill the Wraiths with Scourge, but you can't, because they will be invisible. Oh, no. Siege Tech is on the way, and they cloak, and the Mutas are like, wait, what? That's not how this is supposed to work. He's killing the Scourge, because he knows the Scourge are the big threat here. They're flying to the nearest Overlord, which, again, should be dead. The Wraith should have found that earlier, but didn't quite do it. Hydras. Upgrades for Hydras. We're not going heavy into Mutalisks forever. Third base does not exist for monetary reasons. It exists for Larva right now. Going to show up with a ton. Oh my gosh, getting that Overlord. Getting out of range of the Overlord is important. He did lose a Wraith there. But the Mutas are not happy. Some of them are almost dead. Some of them are okay. It's a mixed bag, as it always is with the Mutas, unless there's an Irradiate that shows up, and then they're all getting hurt at the same time. Or Valkyrie is kind of that way, too. Yeah, sieging up. Okay, Light is playing this just perfectly. He's like, well, what's the counter to Wraiths and Vultures? Well, it's going to be Hydras, and if you make Hydras, let me get some quick little siege tank plays out. How does that sound to you? Yeah, these Mutas are just not. Turrets, Marines, bunkers, Wraiths everywhere. Not going to happen. Trying to Hydra. No. I don't know. Maybe if you can kill this tank. Isn't there another tank back here, or did he kill it? Oh, sniping the tank with the Mutas. Then the Hydras get free damage. The bunkers are not that great right now. ZeLoT is crashing through into the natural base. Just about physically unopposed here. Marines inside bunkers without upgrades are going to help very much. The Cloaked Wraiths are doing what they can. Their ground damage is terrible. The natural base here of Light looks like it's pretty much forfeit. Honestly, I would focus down the command center. I mean, SCV's dying is pretty nice, too. Overlord speed would be awesome. He does have a lair, mind you, but Overlords are slow at this point for some reason. Doesn't matter. Up comes in, and the Wraith goes down. Command center running. SCV is getting murderized here. Like, absolutely obliterated. Irradiate on these Hydras is pretty good. Not as good as irradiating Mutalisks, obviously, but dude. Siege tank high ground.
So many SCVs have died. It's still 24 to 19 worker count. These guys have any upgrades? No, 0-0. So now Zealot's doing Zealot things, showing up at an enemy base, an enemy Terran with this many Hydras with 0-0 upgrades at 9 minutes. He's kind of responding exactly to what Light is doing, to be fair, and Hydras against tanks are actually pretty good in small numbers, where the tanks, there aren't enough of them to obliterate the Hydras before they get inside of that attack range. Yeah, go to micro here, doing what it can, but dude, SCV count is just getting murked at the moment. Hydra dead. Marine dead. This Hydra alive with 2 kills. This Overlord comes in, flies into a turret, and dies. More Hydras run in here. It is just making Hydras all the time. No lurkers, no nothing. There's so many turrets, and there's a science festival. Lurkers are going to help anyway. You hear the siege tech. You force a liftoff. This is how Zealot plays StarCraft, folks. He's not going to get up to 50 workers today. No thanks. D-Matrix Marine saving the day. Saving the day. Let's rock. Let's rock and roll. So look, you'd think, hey, Light's on 1 base, and it's a 3-basing Zerg. The Zerg wins. No, this base doesn't exist. It is Larva, but it might as well just be a macro hatch inside the main base. It's not providing any economic advantage at all to Zealot. So a 1-basing Terran can handle a 2-basing Zerg, especially if it's Mass Hydra, if you have bunkers, if you have siege tanks, if you have D-Matrix, if you have Irradiates. And D-Matrix Marines, still D-Matrix. This is such an awkward position to attack into. The SimCity here from Light is excellent. But eventually you just have enough Hydras you can break in here. The tank, 3 tanks is pretty scary. And honestly, start droning, man. He's droning. He's getting Lurker Aspect. He's getting an Evolution Chamber for upgrades. And he's like, okay, fine. Fine. You win. You can have your main base. I'm not going to try to kill you. Not in the main base anyway. But if you try to retake your Nat, I might have something to say about it. He's falling back, but not too far. So yeah, droning up. Getting upgrades. Evolution Chamber. Looking good. Carapace upgrade will help against the Marines, especially. Not as much against the tanks, just because they're casually doing 70 damage per shot when they're in siege mode anyway. So look, it's 26 SCVs to 27 drones. This is something that Zealot is extremely happy about. Irradiate is coming in. If there are lurkers, Irradiate's going to be extra important. Not as good against the Hydras, as I said, but hey, we'll take it. Against anything Zerg is doing, really, unless they're going like mass Zergling all day, Irradiate's, you know, going to be pretty good. Irradiating a Ling. You'd think, well, the Lings are all bunched up. The Lings are all going to die if one of them gets irradiated, but the Ling dies like immediately. And so it's hard. It is hard to make it work against those Lings. It can work, right? So if they're holding still and you irradiate the Ling in the middle, it does stay alive long enough to kill every other Ling. But if they're moving around, it's really hit and miss. So yeah, 3 tanks. Pretty happy about these guys. 10 kills on that one. Holy crap. That's 10 Hydras, too. This has not been Zerglings showing up. This has been Hydralisks on the map today. Still no Overlord speed. He's like, oh, my Overlords exist. They will not be fast. Not to be fast at all. He's going to try to Hydra Lurker bust this thing. Yeah, upgrades for Hydras and Lurkers. Lurker aspect is done. There's a scan. Scans the main base and says, oh, okay, so yeah, you're going to Hydra Lurker bust me. More tanks is going to be better here. The move out to try to catch this thing fast is going to be good. Still droning up a little bit here. 39 to 28 workers is... This is going to be a tough game for Light to win from here. The more tanks, the more irradiate. Obviously, the better it's going to be for him. But look at this. Look at this little concave trap setup. You come over here. We're going to hit you from there and from here and from there. And you're going to die, man. So here comes Light. And the trap is sort of sprung a little bit. Lurkers trying to bust over here. But look at that. Look at Light being aware. Oh, he catches the Lurkers, irradiates 2 of them immediately. A 3rd one goes down. A science vessel is... Oh my gosh, gonna live. Light keeping track of the... Oh my gosh, another irradiate too. Dude, he just killed every lurker that was part of this whole trap. Light is so good. I said it's going to be hard for Light to win this, and I think it is difficult, but he is making it happen. One Science Vessel dies for like 4 lurkers. And yeah, just this push from Light. 2 base in it. Science Facility dies. Can't make any more Science Vessels, which is a problem because you've only got the one right here. Did he catch another one? I think he caught another Science Vessel and killed it. There's only one. This is a crazy game of cat and mouse in the middle of the map here. But yeah, Hydras and Lurkers, Hydras and Lurkers, Hydras and Lurkers. Those upgrades are kicking in. All right, runs in, Lurker burrows, gets targeted, gets a couple Lurker spines off, gets attacked into the Lurker spines. Siege tanks fire, and there are 4 of them back here. It's not 30, but the Marines covering the tanks is so important and being executed so well. But another group of Hydra Lurker is cruising on in here. And Hydras against Stimmed Marines are not very good. The Lurkers are needed here to deal with those. These guys attacking from the top would be pretty good too. ZeLoT needs a little bit more micro, I think. There you go. Bringing the guys in from the top a little bit late. The right side group has been obliterated, but every tank that showed up here is going to die. Reinforcing dudes do show up. Lurkers get some nice spines off. Get targeted and killed, though. Reinforcing, there's only Marines here, but Marines are pretty good against Hydras. And the third base did Light just barely get enough to win this game. Holy smokes, he's into the third base. The Lurkers are not here. Oh no, the Lurker targeting and the Lurker killing with a Radiate and by Marine Fire was so good today. Here from Light, and I think he might have done it. That hatch going down, third hatch going down is such a brutal play. Lurker, no! Lurker again not allowed to get anything done here. And that's what we're talking about, folks. This is the kind of the game that Light can do and is very good at. And yeah, Hydras against Marines with 1-1 in Stim and Medics are not going to win. That's why the Dark Swarm is so needed in the Hydra meta. Yeah, third base dead, Overlord's getting sniped out, and that's it. That's a GG from ZeLoT. ZeLoT. He does weird stuff, man. Amazing. What an amazing showing there. Amazing, incredible showing there from our guy, Light. I thought he was in trouble. He was in trouble, but more Lurkers were needed. Lings would have been better, I think. Like, get some Lings in there with a Carapace upgrade on top of these dudes and start sniping stuff out. That would have been so good. But the Hydra is just against the Marines with the Stim and the tanks behind them. Hard to make it work. He did wipe out that initial group, but the reinforcements came in. That's what 2 base is all about, right? You got the Marines, you got the factory, you produce. You show up with reinforcements, and they get the job done. So, yeah, the Lurker positioning, it was tough. It was tough to get good Lurker positions against the tanks and against the Marines. That's exactly what Light was trying to do. He was trying to make it so he couldn't get jumped on by Lurkers from all directions at the same time. He handled this, then he handled this. I still think if ZeLoT comes in for the top side while he's attacking over here, but I understand he's microing over here, and having the APM to come up here and grab these guys and come down to micro there too is maybe too much to ask for him in a game like this. So, man, that was awesome. I mean, that was a ridiculous show here. That's what we're talking about. So, GG. What a great game. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. Let's check out this final score. Started with Wraiths, by the way, which is very funny. 80,000 to 70,000 points in favor of Light. Got outproduced but outkilled by a bigger number. Structures raised 8-1. And the outspend by the Zerg was actually probably enough to win this game, but the cost effectiveness of just Hydras and Lurkers against Marines and Siege tanks is not good. It's not enough to win the game. And ZeLoT knew that, but he was hoping to keep the tank count and the Marine count low enough to do it. Simply couldn't. Man. All right. That was a ton of fun. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of What? StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.